Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new video. So, if you are an agency owner or any sort of a service-based business owner that is doing less than $10,000 per month, and your goal is to push this revenue number and hit probably 20,000, 30,000, basically the multi six figure yearly revenue mark, I think this video would be very useful for you because in this video, I will be showing you some series of systems that you can implement inside your business, which will make it unreasonable for you to not hit the revenue number that you want to hit. At the end of the day, if you think, like why you are not hitting your goals, the main reason for that is because you're not doing the work and you're not following the steps which is, needed to hit the number of revenue that you want to hit. Basically, the reason why you are at like probably 5,000 or 6,000 or $7,000 in revenue with your business is because you're not taking the actions which is required to push beyond this, and you don't have the right set of systems that would help you to potentially hit push this number mark and hit the five figure monthly mark and probably multi six figures in the yearly mark in revenue. So that's what I would be showing you in this video. I will break down everything for you, is that what are all the systems that you need inside your business that can help you to scale your agency or your service based business. Again, this is applicable not just for agencies, but this is applicable for anyone. Like maybe you have a coaching business, you have a consulting business. If you have a B2B service based business, this video would be very helpful for you because I will be breaking down all the systems that you need to scale your business to multi six figures in yearly revenue. So that's what we would be going. I have like a few diagrams over here. We would be going into every single thing. And I also have some summary over here that would be helpful for you at the end of the video. But this is the main thing over here. At the end of the day, to scale your agency or your business, there are three main pillars that you need to focus at. That's it, nothing more than that. We will get into every single thing one by one so it's easier for you to understand. But there are three main pillars that you need to focus at. Number one is acquisition, number two is conversion, and number three is fulfillment. That's it. Like if you are doing perfect in every single pillar of these things, that is unreasonable for you to not hit the revenue number that you want to hit. Now, the problem with most of the agencies or service based businesses is that you either focus on one of these or you focus on one of these too much that you don't have your time to focus on other things as well. And it's never works in that way. If you focus on just one thing, it will never work. So you need to make sure that you have everything aligned in a way that can help you to scale your business. And I'm not saying you to do this thing yourself. I will be showing you exact ways on how you can focus on every single, pillar in a way that, everything contributes to a one main result. So acquisition first, we will be diving into this thing and then we will go into other things as well. Acquisition is nothing but basically generating attention. Are you doing enough things which are required to getting adequate amount of attention inside your business? Because at the end of the day, that's the first stage. And to make sure that you have enough attention or people are actually interested in what you have to say, the first thing that you need to focus at is the offer. you know so the first step to make sure that your acquisition thing is right is to make sure that you have a right offer, and this offer is something that is actually resonating with the target market or not. Because if your offer is wrong, nothing makes sense. You don't even like should reach at this level, because if you don't have a right offer, it won't work for you. So that's the reason the number one step to make sure that you have right in your acquisition is you have to have the offer. An offer is nothing but, if you are bridging the gap between for your customers from the previous situation where they are and the desired situation that they want to reach out to. You know, Again, don't misplace this. Offer is not a service, but offer is something that, what exactly you do to take a customer from point A to point B, and to take the customer from this point to this point, what are all the problems that you are solving for them. So you need to make sure that your offer is actually relevant and actually attractive to cold traffic. And that's the first step for acquisition, is that you need to have the right offer. And that's what will make sure that we can get to the next steps as well. Once you have your offer on the point, the next step that you need to focus on is to have a proper strategy for lead generation and traffic. At the end of the day, if you have an offer, your goal is to make sure that you get as much traffic and as much attention on that offer as possible. So what you would be needing to do over here is to make sure that you create the certain channels to get the right traffic and right, leads for your offer. And this is only be done in three ways. First is via inbound, which is, by posting content out there in the internet. Second is outbound, where you are doing cold outreach and you're doing cold emails, cold calling, and cold DMs. And third thing is ads. Now, ads is the most effective but the most expensive one, and content is one of the ones which is takes the most time. So when you are starting out, you don't need to think about ads. You need to focus on content, and you need to focus on outbound, because these are the things that can actually help you to get that initial traffic on your offer. And once you're doing outbound at the right scale, you will be getting appointments on top of that. That's what it is, because outbound as well, once you do that, you will be getting appointments on that offer. And at the same time, while you are doing outbound, you need to do content as well. Basically, what I wanted to show you is that acquisition is the one pillar, and what are all the things that comes under the acquisition side of the things. So think again, when you are trying to focus on the acquisition on the business, you need to think about all these things, and you need to ask yourself a question: is that, do I have the right system for each and every step? Do I have the right offer? I have the right channel for generating traffic for my offer? Am I, converting the traffic into booked calls and appointments? And at the same time, am I posting regular content for my business or not? Imagine, that's are all the things that you need to think about when you are thinking about acquisition. And these are all the things that contribute to getting acquisition inside your business. Now we come on to the conversion side of the things, which is basically once you get an attention, how you can convert that attention into paying clients. Now, the first step to conversion is to actually convert the traffic into appointments, and which is like a continuation of this step that we have over here. Basically, all the leads in and traffic that you are getting, you need to be having like an SDR, or you need to having appointment setters inside your business to make sure that these traffic is actually getting converted into appointments, and those appointments are nurtured in a way that they're getting closed into closed clients. Now you need to be having a sales process to make sure that your conversion game is on point. And this sales process should be there inside your business in a way that you have a standard sales process inside your business. It should not be something which is, like dependent on what type of customers you're speaking to. This should be, fixed all over your business in a way that you can talk to every single client in a fixed, and you can take them to a fixed sales process with your business. You need to nurture people with sales tech, and you need to have a proper tracking inside your conversion section as well. But conversion is nothing, it's pretty straightforward. And I think if you have your acquisition point right, conversion is just, on top of that, because whatever work that you will be doing on the acquisition part of the thing, conversion is like a second step on top of that, where you just need to convert that attention into clients. And you need to make sure that all of these things are in that process. You need to be having a right set of appointment setters and SDRs. You need to be having a right sales process. You need to be having like a right sort of a sales text. I think I would just not say the sales text, but I would say the sales assets. You need to be having the right sales assets to make sure that you're converting that, nurturing the leads that is coming into your funnel as well. And you need to make sure that you have enough tracking as well. So these are all the things that you need to focus on when it comes to the conversion side of the things. Now let's focus on fulfillment. Now fulfillment is all the things that happens after a client pays you money. And this is where I think a lot of people like mess up, because people just are focused on acquisition and conversion most of the time, and they don't care about fulfillment. But I think that sales really start after client pays you the money, because that's when your LTV is dependent, and that's where you can actually decide how long this customer will be working for you, and how exactly like you can retain them for the long term, so that you can make the maximum amount of money from one customer. Exactly. When it comes to fulfillment, you need to be having a system for onboarding the customer. You need to be having a backend operation, so that you have the right set of or like you are doing updates regularly. You are making sure that you are giving them the right updates. You are performing the task. You are doing the fulfillment. At the same time, in the fulfillment, you need to be having delegation. You need to be having the right team and the right places to make sure that things are getting done accurately. And another system that you need to focus on around under fulfillment is hiring, is that you are having the right set of team inside your business as well, so that you can hire everybody. But basically, the main thing that I wanted to show you in this diagram is to just to show you what are the all the sorts of systems that you need to be having inside your agency, and why it's important for you to, like literally create SOP for every single step over here. First, focus on acquisition and take all the pillars inside the acquisition. Is that focus on the offer? You need to be having the right system for your offer. You need to focus on an offer which is actually relevant to that can be sold to cold traffic. Then make sure that you need to have the right system for the traffic generation and lead generation. Then the systems for generating appointments, and then the system of consistently posting content for cold audience as well. Once you're done with acquisition, then we come on to the conversion, where there are right team of SDRs and appointment setters to make sure that they are converting the traffic into appointments. There is the right sales process, which can take a person from the cold stage to the point where they actually pay you money. You need to be having the right steps for discovery, right steps for nurturing, and the right way to closing as well. Then there would be sales assets. I think this is very important because this is actually something that helps to nurture the prospect, and at the same time educate them enough about your service and product so that they can, the sales cycle is shorter and you can close more deals easily. In the end, it's sales tracking, because if you're not doing tracking, nothing would work. And I think tracking is the most important thing, because that gives you clear understanding of what sort of actions you need to be taking inside your business. In the end, the third pillar is fulfillment, and all the systems under the fulfillment that you need to focus on is that the right system for onboarding, there is the right system for backend ops and fulfillment. This is not just backend ops, but backend ops and fulfillment. What are all the things that you would be doing to make sure that this client gets the results that they have paid you for. In the end, its delegation is to make sure that you're not focused on basic tasks. You delegate most of the basic tasks to probably other team. Hire a team in a way that can take care of the tasks that are easily done, or something which is not that much of a high leverage thing, so that you can focus on the tasks that are actually high leverage. And in the end, that you need to focus on is hiring. Is that, and I think after you have all the steps aligned, hiring would be something that come into end, is to make sure that you finally become the CEO, you become the founder, where you have a team taking care of everything inside your business. Now in this part, I would be going more deep. So over here, we just went into what comes under acquisition, conversion, and fulfillment. Here, we will get inside every single step to make sure that how you can potentially scale your agency. And I think if you have an understanding of this diagram, you can easily, if you can, take this diagram, implement this inside your business, there is no reason, there is no reason for you to not hit $30,000 per month, because I have taken this thing. It has helped me in my agency, and have no, I have no idea, like this would help you guys for sure as well. So first step as we come is the first step, which is called offer development, that you need to focus on. Once you are done with offer development, then you need to have the right channels for traffic. When you have the right channel for traffic, you need to have the funnel which takes the cold prospect and helps them into closed deal as well. And then you need to be having this right sales process as well. For offer development, the first step comes your niche. Exactly, is that which niche you exactly want to work with, and the niche which would be the most interested and the most dependent on your offer. When it comes to channels for traffic, it's pretty simple. You can either do outbound, like probably you can do cold email. You can do automated cold email for your business, where you are probably doing outbound at scale, or you can do DM appointment setting, where you have appointment setters who are doing DM for you, or you can do paid ads, which is comes in the end. So basically, when it comes to the channels for traffic, if you are trying to establish for your business, focused on cold email system first, which is probably you are scraping leads online and sending automated mass emails via instantly. And then see that if, have appointment setters on the DM. Probably this can be on LinkedIn, or this can be on Instagram, or this can be on Twitter, basically where your audience is most active. And in the end, you can try scaling via ads once you have like a good amount of revenue as well. The funnel would be very simple for you. You will have one VSL like funnel, like basically it would just be your website, where you have one VSL which talks everything about your service. PSL is nothing but it's a video sales letter, where is the video where you exactly give people walkthrough of what exactly do you in your inside your business. And then you should be having tons of social proof. So it's a pretty straightforward funnel, where like all of the traffic that comes from here, if they plan to go through your landing page is nothing but it's a VSL. and it's all the social proof beyond the VSL that all the results that you have delivered for your clients. In the end, if you are trying to establish process for your sales, you need to follow like a three-step sales process. It's pretty simple. If I have to tell you over here, three-step sales process, nothing but discovery, nurturing, and closing. You know, first, once you get people on the sales call, don't try to close them on the first call itself. If you're doing high ticket sales, try to do the discovery in the first step, understand all the problems and things that they are experiencing right now. Then once you are done with the first step of the sales process with the discovery, do nurturing, which where you sell them, where you share them process selling like sales assets, where you give them assets which walks them through the process that you exactly do, so that in the third step, which is the closing call, they have enough understanding about what you do and what you are doing as a business, and in that call you can just answer their questions and close the deal. So assets that you can leverage over here would be nothing but number one would be process selling assets, where you are just creating, you have your whole service and you are creating bite-sized videos and walkthroughs of how your service exactly works. And you have case study. If you have case studies, collect case study interviews with your client, and that's also another asset that you can use. But these are like, see, when it comes to sales, you follow a three-step sales process. Like if you want, I can write it down over here as well. Three-step sales process is nothing but the first step is discovery. Then the second step, okay, what's happening? Yeah. So second step is sales. Like the second step is nurturing assets, and the third step is closing slash proposal. But these are the three steps that you would be needing to focus on, and in the end, it's like case studies and assets that complements the step, basically the three-step sales process. But basically, these are the systems. This is like the growth infrastructure which is needed inside your business to make sure that you are scaling to the revenue that you want to need to scale to. But I think this is the infrastructure at the end of the day. We have covered the offer, which is what is exactly you're trying to sell to the market. Then what you do is that you establish a channel to generate traffic that you can potentially convert into appointments as well. And then you have a funnel which you take, where you have the right funnel and landing page where the prospects might land into. And once they are getting inside your funnel, you have the right sales process to make sure that you close these people at scale as well. But if you see, like we have covered everything in this part, that is enough for you to get new clients. And this is the infrastructure that we implement in businesses as well, and help them scale to multi six figures in revenue. We help people to scale from $5,000 per month to up to $30,000 per month in 6 months, just by implementing this infrastructure. So if you would like to know more about this, please comment in the video as well below. In the end, what are the key topics that we have primarily covered in this topic? It's nothing but, offer should be directly linked with bridging the gap. So when we talk about offer development over here, it's nothing but it's bridging the gap. If someone is experiencing a certain problem and they know what can be the best situation for them, what is how you are bridging that gap exactly for them. In the start, focus on one primary market and one primary niche, and then potentially scale from there. I think you can start at a broader level, and then go deep into that. Let's say you're starting targeting SaaS, but then once you come into SaaS, you can then focus deep into that. Probably you can focus on sales tech, or you can focus on mark tech, or you can focus on other, let's say a logistics SaaS as a kind of a niche that you want to focus into. But begin with a one primary broad niche, and then go deeper into that niche, into potential sub niches. And what you need to be making sure when if you want to charge higher prices, let's say if you are struggling to charge higher prices for your offer, what you need to do is that don't think about solving just one problem for your prospect, but take a proper discovery and understand every single problem that these guys are facing, and just not think that, okay, if they are facing this problem, this is not the service that I provide, so I might not be able to help you. Not like that. Focus on solving every single problem a prospect is facing, because if you are solving the amount of problem you solve, the amount of price you can charge. So focus about that. If you're providing lead generation as a service, focus on this, like focus on other things as well. Try providing them content as well. Try providing them like sales enablement as well, so that exactly helps you to charge more. That's what it is. And follow a three-step sales process to close high ticket deals. That's what I told you. Discovery, assets, close. That's what it is. Don't force yourself to close customers in the first call. Make sure that you have the right three-step sales process to close people at scale and have a high conversion rate, while at the same time educating your customers about your products and services as well. In the beginning, outbound and content are your main acquisition channels, and if you are under 30 $20,000, and once you hit that number, then you can potentially pivot into ads. But till then, like whatever excess cash you have when you are under $20,000, invest in delivery. Focus on generating sick results, because once you get like very good case studies, there is nothing stopping you. So whenever, like if you are under $20,000, focus on outbound, focus on content to get clients. And once you are focusing on that, make sure that you invest more in your delivery. Make sure you invest into teams, software, tools, whatever it can help you to get results for your customers. And in the end, like what we spoke about here is tracking, which we have under like sales, is make sure that you're tracking every single thing that you're doing inside your business, be it sales, be it lead gen, appointment setting, fulfillment, delivery, whatever you are doing, you need to be having the right, tracking process in the top of that as well. And make sure that you have a CRM to make sure that you track your deals as well. And what you can do when it comes to creating content is that create content on breaking down specific elements of your delivery. Let's say you are doing email marketing, create content based on everything that you do on email marketing. You can create videos on email designing, copywriting, all the things that you do. You create content on that, and that you can potentially later use as sales assets into your sales process as well. And in the end, what you need to do is that you need to reverse engineer based on your goals and take actions accordingly. If your goal is to hit, let's say, $30,000 a month, I have given you an example of how exactly you can reverse engineer to get the revenue number that you want to hit. Let's say your revenue goal is to hitting $30,000 a month, and your product price is about $3,000. That's your ticket price that you're selling. The total number of sales that you need is about 10 new clients, and let's say you have a 20% close rate. The total amount of sales calls that you would be needing is 50 sales call. If you have a 70% show rate, the total actual calls that needs to get booked is about 67, and 30% positive. If you are getting positive reply on the total amount of email that you are sending, only 30% of the positive replies are booking the call. You would be needing to generate 224 positive responses on your campaign, and let's say 2% you have positive response rate on net new leads that you're targeting. You need 11,200 net leads. This is a cold email campaign that you can take as a traffic channel, which I've taken as an example because that's one of the best performing channel for me. But you can do something similar for DMs as well. You can do something similar for ads as well. Just take your revenue goal and take your sales process and reverse engineer that to make sure what are all the metrics that is needed to be hit. So to hit $30,000 a month, I need to take 10 sales calls, and I need to send cold emails to 11,200 net new leads to get this results. But this is just an example, and every KPI metric can vary based on your offer and your market, and your responsibility is to make sure that you are hitting every single KPI. And if any part of your funnel is not working, put all focus on fixing that part, and then you can like scale it forward from there. Let's say your show up rate is very bad, then everything else is working. So put all your energy and focus into show rate. Let's say you're not getting positive responses on your campaigns. Let focus on your campaigns, focus on your offer, focus on your scripts, focus on the lead list that you're targeting, and that's where it works. So you need to make sure that every KPI of your funnel is working, and if one KPI is not working, all your energy should be going into fixing that KPI. But I hope this video makes sense to me. I know this was a very high level video, but I just wanted to show you and give you an understanding is that what is actually takes to hit the revenue goal that you want to hit, and what it actually takes to hit $30,000 in revenue. And the main key takeaway is to just make sure that your business is nothing but a collection of systems, and those systems have more systems under that system. So basically, these are the set of systems that you need to focus under your business, and that once you have, make sure that everything is running on point, that is unreasonable for you to not grow. But I hope you got a value from this video, and leave a comment below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.